Thank you so much for joining us once more on a Drive Safe with me, Benjamin Akapu. And it's all about driving safe and ensuring that we are staying alive. We're protecting ourselves and protecting other road users. And that's why we have this segment. Now, we've moved from talking about headlights, tail lights, their positioning, their functions, night driving, among so many other things. We're going to be focusing on car tires. Simple matter, but trust me, there's a whole lot in there. We're here at Top Tech Transport and Logistics once more, and I'll be introducing my guest to you shortly. But right before we get into it, so you think you know, but how much do you really know? Check out this road sign and let's find out whether you know what it means. Okie doke, so now that you've seen the road sign, at the tail end of today's segment, we'll let you know what exactly it means as we all build our knowledge on road traffic signs. Sometimes you would have us go to the Ghana Highway Code, which, Cecil says we need to work at 1970 what? Let me take a look at that.
1952.
1974.
Yes.
So this one.
52 to 74.
52 to 74,
yes,
and we're still on it.
We're still using it.
No changes
no.
To it.
No.
But let's talk about car tires. Someone watching us might be thinking, pretty simple matter. That's a car tires there. But the purpose of car tires, let's start with a question as simple as that. What is the purpose of the car tires we use?
Well, the tires that we all use have got 4 very good functions. 1, it helps in changing of direction. 2, helps in braking or tracking forces that you need, right? It also helps you to carry the weights that you need, and then finally it helps you to enjoy the vehicle. I mean, you have to enjoy your vehicle, okay? But then people just fix tires, but you need to always consult to the manual of the vehicle. I mean, if even you can't read the manual, open the door of your car and you have the information on your tires.
Right. Yeah, a lot of the cars we have in our system, you know the dynamics. Mm-hmm. They come through, I mean, they are used cars and all of that. So a manual might be tricky, but you can have some of these markings on the car.
Precisely.
Different parts of the car. So you can tell what specific tire to use and the pressure and everything, the PSI.
Yes. So you open your door. Normally you open your door. That's the driver's door. Every information is there. Right. Or you open the hood or your bonnet. Right. It gives you that information. What information do you need? For instance, you are using a Toyota Corolla, and that uses a 165 slash maybe 50. And then we have other writings on it that gives you the speed limit as well as the weight that you need to carry. And then I ask people, do you know that every car tire has got its speed limit? It is there. So if there's time, we'll talk about it.
So every car tire has its own specific speed limit.
Precisely, yes.
Wow.
So I have this half tire here, which I will do a little bit of a demonstration. You pick the tire and it's boldly written here, 155 80 R13 79T.
That is 155/80.
Yes. What does it mean? The 155 talks about the width of the tire. It means from this to this measures 155 millimeters. Okay. Then we have the stroke 80. 80 means 80% of the width makes the profile. That is what it means.
I see. Could you repeat that?
Yes. 80% of the width. So 80% is somewhere here. Mm-hmm. And if you maintain this gap, that is the profile of the tire. So that is what it means.
Right.
Okay, then you go to R13. R13 talks about the rim size. And this time it is measured in inches. It says that from this to this measures 13 inches. Okay, so then we go to 79. What's the meaning of the 79? 79 talks about the weight index, okay, which means that if you have 4 of this it is not the 79 that matters, but there's a whole chart which I'll give to you. And it will say that 79 means don't carry any weight on one tire, which is maybe 1,000 kilograms. There's a whole list that I'll give to you, okay? Right. Let's just use the example. The 79 means 1,000 kg. Okay, so if you have 4 tires...
And this is just an example.
Just an example, but I'll give you the specific. Right. So you have 4 tires. It means that don't carry weight more than 4,000 kg. I'm just using this so it becomes much more, simple. Right. So don't carry weight more than 4,000 kg. So one tire is carrying that weight of 1,000 kg. Okay, which you have to understand. Right. If you don't understand this, honestly speaking, you would have to learn and know how many kilograms you have to carry, because if you are driving maybe a bus, and then it says that 79 means 1,000 kg, and then you've picked more than 4,000. Obviously, the center of gravity of the vehicle will not hold.
So that brings me to a very quick question. So if you get a new vehicle, and of course, it has an entire set, 4, of the same car tire type, you're good to go. But assuming you have one of these, and then one gets burst and the replacement you get is not exactly same. I mean, imagine having 4 different tires. Yes, maybe with some of the specifications, but not exactly the same. Do you get the picture I'm painting? It means that the weight categorization and everything could be different on each wheel, and that could be dangerous.
Yes, but then for tires, you don't fix different tires under your vehicle. Okay, you need to go to the specifications. Go to your manual. The manual will tell you that this is what you need.
But Cecil, a lot of people are
we need to know. We need to know.
A lot of people are going to the vulcanizers. Even you see what they do when it comes to filling the tire, the pressure and all of that. Oh, I think this is okay, and all of that. That's the booga type.
Ben, I'll be talking about it, and those are the killers. Car tires are killers. I must be honest with you, because I did a research work in 2008 on the motorway. There was a lot of tire blast, and I had to travel even to find out why we are suffering on the motorway. Because out of about 10 vehicles on the motorway, on the motorway we have from Ashaman Bridge to Tetekwashi being managed by Airport Police. But if you go to Airport Police, you realize that there are a lot of vehicles with tire blast, and that got me to investigate and do much more about tires.
And what did you find out?
Yes, I noticed that out of the accidents, out of about 10 accidents, 9 of them were on tire blast. And this comes to the issue on manufacturing date. Car tires have a maximum of 6 years, whether they are new, they are old. So if you buy your tire and then you want to know the manufacturer's date, it is there. So we're going to talk about it very soon. But then for now, I was talking about the 79, which is the weight. Okay, so the last one is the T. T talks about the speed limit of the tire. And I'm going to give it to you.
The tire itself has a speed limit.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Right. So I just mentioned that we have 7090, and 7090 talks about the weight that you need, and then specifically, if you look at my laptop, can I mention
yes,
that?
Yes.
Okay. Look at my laptop. It is here. The 79 talks about 437 kg for one tire. Okay. So that is a specific. Which means, but if you multiply 437 by 4, let's say about 1,700 kg, which means that you cannot carry more than 437, that's on one tire, kg, times 4. Ben, what did you get? I'm sure you do.
So that's 1,748.
1,740.
That's kilos.
Yes, after all, my maths is not so bad. I said 1,700. So 1,748 is the maximum weight that you should carry in the car. So assuming you are traveling, you have all those, big guys and so on. What about your suitcases? So you weigh all, and naturally you have to weigh all before you put them in your vehicle, and then you have to pack them. So you distribute the weight. A lot of people don't do it. You need to distribute the weight in your boots or wherever before you take off for the journey.
Right.
Okay, so by so doing, after distributing, it means that your center of gravity will hold, right? If your center of gravity is not holding at a speed of 60, 70 kilometers per hour, you find your vehicle swaying to the left, to the right, which means that you are carrying an overload. And this happens a lot to the 207, 206 Sprinter buses. You find them with weight already in the vehicle. There's a big mistake, which I'm sure DVLA hasn't seen. So the Sprinter buses, what really happens is that because they have angle iron seats, they increase the weight of the Benz bus, and they have people seated in, and they have the weight up there. So when they do their overtaking, coming back is a problem. You find the vehicle swaying to the left, to the right, and then it's a crash. Lastly is the S, which is also very important. The X talks about the speed limit of the tire. Remember, I said every car tire has got a speed limit.
Its own speed limit.
Yes,
right.
so the S talks about 180 kilometers per hour, which is the maximum speed limit. Assuming that you are using an L tire and it says 120 kilometers per hour, and you're on the motorway and you're at 140, and that's exactly what happens. You have a tire blast, bam, and then you cannot control your vehicle again. So these are the very important things that you need to know about the tire. And I am sure when we meet again, we'll be talking about the manufacturer's dates. And remember that you have 6 years maximum to use your car tire, whether it is new or it is old.
Well, it's a wrap for just part one of car tires on a Drive Safe. We're learning a whole lot. Now, did you know that even your car tire has its own speed limit? Right before we go, so you think you know. Here's today's traffic sign and the answer to the question we posed. Well, thank you very much. That is the answer for today. We've all learned a thing or two with the CEO of Top Tech Transport and Logistics, Cecil Baba. My name is Benjamin Akakpo. Let's all drive safe, stay alive. God bless you.